1 week later. The writings of Fuxi, Shenong, and the Yellow Emperor were known as the Three Tombs. Those of Xiaohao, Xuanxiu, Gaoxin, Tang Yao, and Yu Shun were the 5 canons. These 8 ancient tomes are considered the root of all martial arts. But the 3 tombs have long been lost, and only fragmented chapters of the 5 canons remain. As for the nearly codex the headmaster spoke of, it's actually an appendix within the Xiaohao canon, written after Xiaohao was ordered by the emperor to govern the nearly lands. Not wishing for the martial arts of the nearly to vanish, he recorded them in that appendix. I've been buried in the Academy's archive these past few days. Luckily, with help from Ji Dian and Han Ling, I managed to sort through all the texts that mention the 5 canons. Thanks for helping out too, risking your teacher's wrath just to lend a hand. By compiling all scattered references to the 5 canons, I barely managed to piece together a timeline. First off, the royal family of Yinshang once held the complete 5 canons, but after the Battle of Mai, Emperor Xian saw his downfall coming and torched all the royal martial texts. The Zhou tried to restore them, but only recovered fragments. Later, when the Zhou kings divided the land and granted fiefs, they gifted the remaining pieces of the 5 canons to vassal states as national treasures. To strengthen their nations, Grand Masters in the Divine Demonic Realm revised these fragments with their own insights, developing 17 martial classics based on the 8 trigrams and 9 provinces. Thus were born the 8 chains and the 9 hills. Fragments of the nearly codex ended up split between Chu and Qing. Chu got more material and developed the noble class technique 10 soldier scrolls. Qing cobbled together a flawed version called Battleform Manual. 10 years ago, Grand Master Qin refined it and created the weapon embodiment canon. Unlike other nobles, he didn't hoard it, he made sure it could be passed on and practiced. Phew, I thought the name nearly codex sounded familiar. Uncle Lin mentioned that weapon embodiment canon originally came from it. Can't believe the technique I'd been learning all this time is tied to the nearly codex. You're awake, want to sleep a bit longer? Brother Qing still broke through using pills. The nearly codex stuff didn't help. It's only a gatekeeper level version, the core secrets have been altered, we need the original. I wonder if 10 soldier scrolls could help, but that's the private art of the Wei clan of Chu. And you've got beef with Wei Tai, so no way to get it. Don't even think about it. Noble bloodlines guard family techniques like life itself. If you somehow got it, it'd be a huge scandal. If you really want to learn 10 soldier scrolls, you'd have to join the Wei clan, marry into the family, maybe win over their precious daughter, then, just maybe, you'd get taught. Wanna try, senior? Does Wei Tai have a sister you could woo? Junior G, just cause you're the crown prince doesn't mean I won't beat you up. Jokes aside, sigh, even if the headmaster pointed the way, this path still seems impossibly vague. A few days later. Another few days in the archives, I found a mention that the nearly codex might have been carved into a set of ancient stone slabs known as the nearly stones. Beyond that, nothing. Honestly, if even scraps of it still existed, they'd have been snatched up by powerful families long ago. De Huang, I've got most of the day free again today. The Taozhu Pavilion invited me to go appraise some artifacts down the mountain. Gonna feed the Xiaohao bone while I'm at it. But, young Master Ji Qing, I'm from the Taozhu Pavilion, our pavilion master invites you. De Huang, you're going artifact hunting? That sounds fun. Missy, are you sure your teacher's okay with you leaving the mountain? As long as I'm careful, she won't know. Taozhu Pavilion. Yep, it's definitely a burial relic. That's De Huang's dragon-seeking hand. Doesn't look special, but he really sniffed out the real deal. With your verification, young Master Ji, I can confidently sell this piece, but I do have a small request if you'd consider it. What does Master Tao want to do? You see, over the years, relics of the same style have been dredged up from the Han River in Fangling. In Chu territory, I suspect there's a massive ancient tomb hidden in the mountains nearby. It's so old the chambers collapsed, letting artifacts drift out via underground waterways into the Han River. This plate's one of them. Its markings seem like a map, but I can't decipher the layout or geography. So I'd like to request your help in investigating. Use your dragon-seeking hand to locate and study the tomb. If successful, I'll pay 1,000 gold. De Huang, wasn't that ghost blows out the light story you told me also about tomb raiding? Bit embarrassing, really. I'm no Jiguohua. I know the incantations, but when it comes to the complex math, I always mess up. The Xiaohao bone still isn't sensitive enough to detect full tomb sites either. That's easily solved. I'll bring in a top-notch divination expert to assist. That way you'll have precise calculations. Dude, you're making this real hard to turn down. De Huang, remember that ancient Jin scroll in the archives? The Emperor's son Dan Zhu was banished to Fang after failing to rival Emperor Shun, who then enfeoffed him as the Marquis of Fang. That's about how Dan Zhu got sent to the lands of the Three Miao. Right, Fangling was where the descendants of the Nine Li lived. Dan Zhu later raised the Miao troops and fought Shun. The Three Miao were descended from the Nine Li, if this really is Dan Zhu's tomb. There could be fragments of that. So we're going. Let's go then. No idea why young Master Ji got so excited, but he agreed, so that's good enough. 3 days later. Going to Fangling takes days. I've packed up, got teacher's leave approved. Shame Hanling's in the middle of breaking through to Earthlock Stage 1, can't come. Clearly, I was the first, whether it was witnessing the dragon-seeking hand or hearing the gold-dividing art. You're still not even Earthlock Stage 1. That week and you want to go on a field trip? Ji Dian wanted to come too, but Uncle Bai shut that down. The Crown Prince cannot leave Zhou's soil. Yeah, I know. I'll bring everyone souvenirs. I'm supposed to meet Shangli here. Where is she? De Huang. Sorry for the wait, had to sneak out while my teacher was busy refining pills. I also borrowed her faming bow. You're really tagging along, ditching class and sneaking off. This gonna be okay? Whoa, that's a huge mechanical bow. I've been cooped up in the academy too long, it's suffocating. Worst case, I get put in solitary for a month. Mingyi Hall. Louis, why isn't Lear practicing in the hall today? Reporting to the doctor. The young miss said she's been slacking off lately, so she's closed herself in the curtain cave on the back mountain to focus on training. She's finally getting serious. Good, better than running off to hang out with those wild boys from Tongren Hall. I was just about to teach her the next shot of 9 shots of the Golden Crow. Guess it'll have to wait. Huh, Louis, are you okay? My old heart condition's acting up again. I just need a minute, that's all. And so, Shangli and I boarded the Taozhu Pavilion's boat, following the river out of Lui, through the lands of Han, and into Chu, heading toward the Han River in Fangling. So this is Chu, huh? We came here to find a tomb, sure, but honestly, I knew there was a chance we'd find nothing at all. Still, Shangli seemed really stressed about academy life lately, so I figured a little trip would lift her spirits. I'll probably get my legs broken by Dr. Liu when we get back. But if it means seeing her smile like this, totally worth. But what I didn't expect was that the divination expert the pavilion brought in was none other than Senior Zhao, the Earthlock Stage 2 genius from Wuang Hall. Juniorly, I'm hungry. And she's clearly a helpless shut-in who's been glued to Shangli the whole time. I pulled an all-nighter eating. I think I missed breakfast, my tummy's grumbling. There, I saved you food, I'll have someone bring it now. Seriously, whether it's Dr. Liu, Han Ling, or now even Senior Zhao, everyone lets their guard down around Shangli like she's an old friend. This girl's totally a girl magnet. Senior Qing. Surprise, are you happy to see me? I rented a boat and followed you all the way to Chu. You can't get rid of me now. Wahaha, classic misdirection tactic, you all fell for it. I'm really gonna die when Dr. Liu and Uncle Bai find out I ditched again. Meanwhile, back at the academy. Where's the Crown Prince? I was only gone for 10 days, and you're telling me he ran off. I knew none of my disciples would ever let me rest easy. Finally, we arrived at Fangling by the Han River. The place is said to stretch 1,000 li in all directions, surrounded by dense mountains and forests, with high ridges like houses. No wonder Master Tao is willing to pay 1,000 gold to investigate it. Young Master Jiqing, the mountain path ahead is too rough for our convoy. We'll set up camp here and be on standby for support. Senior Qing, don't tell me we'll have to hike the rest of the way ourselves? What did you think? I told you this was hard work, nothing like the stroll in the park you imagined. Senior, when we're hiking, you really gotta watch your step. Oh. And so, this knockoff tomb hunting expert, me, led the group on our totally professional archaeological expedition. Senior Qing, you've been staring for ages, see anything yet? Seek the dragon, divide the gold, trace the twisting mountains, each coil is a checkpoint. Senior Qing, what does that even mean? Well, heaven's secrets mustn't be leaked, but I am a little more confident we're close to the burial site. Just a little, though. Out of 10,000 confidence points, I now have 1. Southwest, it should be to the southwest. There's a large lake to the southwest, and the scenery is incredible. Since we're already here, of course we gotta take a look. Dry rations won't last long, as the saying goes, live off the land, when you're in the mountains you hunt. Whip arm. Look at this dopey little rabbit, it actually looks delicious. A hare bows its head, we roast it till it's crisp, a gentleman has wine, and shares with his guests. One rabbit won't feed us all. Watch me, take down a few pheasants for the group. A panda? Right, in ancient times pandas weren't rare at all, they used to roam these Han River mountains. This is a bear? So fat I wonder how it tastes. You can't eat a national treasure. National treasure? And so the reborn demon Pearl, Neza, shouted, my fate is mine alone, as he battled the great sage equal to heaven, Sun Wukong, above Hoodoo City. Just then, the waters of the Chunshan River roared as a titanic mechanical cannon broke through the waves. This was the legendary Hoodoo cannon, built by famed artificer Lu Han, a single shot able to annihilate 1,000 li. He fired to kill the pearl and the monkey both. Whoa, so something that epic happened in Chunshan Jun Huangxia's old fief? Want to know what happened next? You'll have to wait for the next chapter, my throat's dry, I'm done for today, and don't bother clapping, little junior, I'm not telling more no matter how much you applaud. Senior Qing, that wasn't me clapping. Wasn't me either. Huh, it was Senior Sister Zhao? Was I not supposed to be clapping here? I thought this was when one claps. No, it's perfectly fine. Senior Sister Zhao, you did great. And once we got closer, I realized Senior Zhao Heng isn't cold to people, she's just bad at expressing herself. Senior, since you also like Da Huang's stories, when we get back, I'll lend you the one he told me, Battle Through the Three Kingdoms. Liu Bei using battle aura to summon horses is super cool. Lui Academy, residence of Ling Hao. Young Master Ling Hao, Xianqing requests an audience. Ling Hao isn't here, from the looks of the room. He hasn't stayed here for days. Strange. Meanwhile, I've confirmed it, Ji Dian has left the academy. He's no longer under the protection of a heaven-sealed expert. If we succeed in assassinating Ji Dian, our long-cherished wish will be fulfilled. Just as the young master desired. Unknowingly, we've spent several days trekking deeper into the mountains. For martial artists in a high-cultivation world, even this harsh wilderness feels like a scenic vacation, and most importantly, we've made progress on locating the tomb. Based on my observations of the terrain over the past few days, I can confirm that we are standing on the very mountain marked at the center of the map. From here, do you see it? See what? From this angle, the peaks and forests form a hexagram. I see. I've got a hypothesis, Juniorly, could you help me calculate it? I've dabbled in numerology. Earth Water Master, 9-1 unseen, upper 6, lower broken, it is 3. Calculation checks out. Thunder Earth Enthusiasm, appears strange, remove horizontal 7, keep vertical 4. Correct. No, remove 7 and keep vertical, Jin breaks Kuan, the correct trigram is 1. Also correct. Senior Qing, what are they calculating exactly? Ahem, well, just nod and be amazed, okay? Heaven and earth form structure, mountain and swamp exchange breath, thunder and wind intertwine, fire and water oppose. If the calculations are right, then the entrance to the tomb is right here. Can't believe we actually found it, let's go. Who knows what treasures are waiting inside? It's finally time for a real treasure hunt. Everyone, move quickly, when this succeeds, you'll be well rewarded. Young master, our strongest cultivators are only Earthlock Stage 5. If the tomb has traps, we might not be able to protect you. Should we send a letter to request reinforcements from the clan? You fools know nothing. We don't know how many times the Nine-Leaf Stone can be used. If we alert the clan now, others might come and fight over it. Young master, someone found this in the dirt while digging. These markings, just as my uncle said, the ancient tomb is definitely here. 1 month ago. Tai, have you ever heard of the Nine-Leaf Stones? When I was little, I heard Grandpa mention them. Legend says that after the age of Tang Yao, an unnamed grandmaster descended from the three Miao gathered the scattered fragments of the Nine-Li codex and inscribed them onto dozens of stone slabs using divine martial arts. These became the Nine-Li stones. They're quite mystical, supposedly. Any descendant of the three Miao who sees one may comprehend unique martial skills suited to their bloodline. But for some unknown reason, after being used a few times, the stones crumble and vanish. During Emperor Shun's time, Dan Zhu, the son of Yao, rebelled with the three Miao to contest the throne. Their final battle was near the Dan River. Dan Zhu used a Nine-Li stone as a bargaining chip to rally the three Miao to fight for him. But after his defeat and death, the stone disappeared. Mentions of the Nine-Li stones only appear in obscure texts. After the fall of Yin Shan, they vanished completely, likely lost to history. But not long ago, I acquired an ancient scroll. It contains something quite intriguing. Do you know how the Xiang clan of Chu rose to power? Uncle means. Over 500 years ago, strange phenomena occurred around Fangling by the Han River. The king of Chu sent the Xiang ancestors to suppress it. They encountered oddities, but, guided by a sage, constructed a tomb steeped in martial killing intent to seal it away. You mean? Precisely, after Dan Zhu's defeat, the three Miao chief returned to Fangling with the survivors. Enraged by the heavy losses, he committed ritual suicide by swallowing gold and fire. Most of his people followed him in death. If my uncle's deductions are right, then that Nine-Li stone, I must have it. Young master, there's really a tomb at the mountain's base. The entrance is cleared. What are you waiting for? Take me inside. I can't believe the tomb entrance is beneath a frozen pool. Based on the trigram calculations, there should be 2 entrances, one yin, one yang. Looks like we entered through the yin side. Who cares what side it is we're in? This tomb, it's huge. Half an hour later, let's take a break, okay? Ever since we entered this tomb, we've just been walking nonstop. It's nothing like those thrilling, hair-raising stories you told, Senior Qing. So this is what real tomb raiding feels like: boring, tedious, and painfully uneventful. I thought it was weird too. We've been walking for ages and haven't seen a single coffin, just branching paths and endless tunnels. Honestly, it feels more like a maze than a tomb. Senior, what are you calculating? Don't talk to me. I feel like I'm on the verge of figuring something out. We didn't even run into one green-haired zombie. I brought these black donkey hooves for nothing. This is so dull. I snuck out of school for this. There better be some unforgettable memories, at least. Huh? A trap? If we hadn't stopped to rest here, one of us would have triggered it. It'd be half your life gone, if not all of it. But we already passed through more than a dozen tunnels without any danger. As I suspected, this trap proves it. The layout of this tomb follows the constantly shifting 8 gates method, and an ancient one at that. 8 gates? When we entered, we happened to hit the rest gate, so the way was clear. But now the entire tomb has shifted into the fear gate. The traps have been activated. Every path is a death trap. There's no going back now. Fear gate's still manageable, but if it evolves into the death gate next, we'll be in serious trouble. Then what are we waiting for? Let's find the exit. Hold on, this is a rare opportunity. Let me keep deducing while I can. And so, we found ourselves in a real struggle. Every path in the tomb was laced with traps. Thankfully, Senior Zhao was able to deduce a route through the fear gate with the least danger, at least, not immediately life-threatening, probably. De Huang, don't stop now. If we hit another fork, take the left path. It seems the least dangerous. Seems? No idea how many tunnels we've passed or how much time has gone by. We're at the scenery gate now, we can rest for a bit. The gate's shifting faster and faster, in just one incense stick's time, it'll become the injury gate. Senior Zhao, when will it be the life gate's turn? Still calculating, wait, the one who designed this tomb's trap system was truly vicious. You can't calculate the life gate? Eh? Right now, we're at the open gate, so the traps have paused, but without locating the life gate, we're stuck here. I said I wanted something thrilling, but not this thrilling. Ha, sorry, young miss. Humph? I just wanted to give you a break from everything, have some fun out here in the wild. Didn't think I'd end up dragging you into a death trap instead. De Huang, you. What are you even saying? I'm a proper lady of great Qing. A wild adventure is way more exciting than some boring old sightseeing. No wonder she's earthlocked her for, she nearly smacked my whole cauldron body out of me. Humph? These old seal script characters, looks like, suppressed the puppet soldiers, life and death reversed, and the Xiaohao bone is reacting, it's being drawn to something deeper underground. Everyone look, I think I found something. Huh, such ferocious traps along the way. I've already lost several men. What kind of honorary tomb is this? Feels more like a Mahist mechanical fortress. The formation shifted to the open gate now, at least we're safe for the moment. But we still can't find the life gate. The 8 gates are interdependent, there must be one. Hurry up and calculate, if we don't find the life gate, we'll die in here. We're working on it. Young master, I've calculated. The open gate suddenly shifted into the death gate. Who would have thought the base of the largest statue concealed a secret passage leading underground? De Huang, how'd you spot it? All thanks to that slap you gave me. It's starting to tremble. Once we enter the hidden passage, the tomb's formation will shift to the death gate, suppress the puppet soldiers, life and death reversed, those mechanical puppet soldiers. When the death gate activates, they'll come alive. Only by defeating them can we force the gate to evolve into the life gate. Ha, so if we want to get out of here, we'll have to fight those giant puppet soldiers first. The Xiaohao bone's reaction is getting even stronger. Whatever's drawing it is really close now. But what is it exactly? According to the calculations, the death gate shouldn't activate for another hour. Something's fishy here. The statues in the tomb are actually puppet soldiers. After all these centuries, they can still move? Young master, with the death gate active, all nearby tunnels have sealed up with barrier stones. Our retreat is completely cut off. Unless we defeat the puppets, there's no way out. This is a setup, it has to be. Someone's trying to kill me. According to legend, the Nine-Li clan were the greatest weapon forgers. Their chieftain, Qiyu, once crafted the 10 dread weapons. Each one wielded immense power. With them, Qiyu battled Emperor Xianyuan from Zhuolu all the way to the outer realms, locked in a dead heat. In the end, the emperor used a forbidden technique called severing heaven from earth, cutting down the divine trees Jianmu and Taodu, and banished Qiyu forever beyond the mortal realm. Since then, the 10 dread weapons vanished without a trace. I can't believe there's such a massive stone stele buried underground. Though the inscription is worn and damaged, we can barely make out that it's a clan chronicle. It records everything from the Zhuolu War between the ancient Nine-Li tribe and the emperor, all the way to the Sanmiao people aiding Dan Zhu in his rebellion against Emperor Shun. But that Zhuolu War account is a bit different from what's written in the official records. The Outer Realms? The 10 dread weapons? Jianmu and Taodu were both legendary ancient trees, and the emperor was the one who cut them down. Whoa, you guys can read ancient script? Understand any of this? But from the sound of it, this Xiaohao bone from Spirit Tamer, its origin actually comes from this world? And that, severing heaven from earth move, beep, ancient warriors here were seriously overpowered, not any weaker than those in Spirit Tamer. Still no treasure in sight, I gotta look around. Eh? Wah, a big old zombie just popped out. A skeleton? Could it be the Nine-Li chieftain mentioned in the stele? The one buried here? It's not a hopping corpse? Then why is it sitting upright like that instead of lying neatly in a coffin? Wrap the body in firewood, bury in the wild, no mound, no markers. Ancient burial customs were surprisingly chill. The Xiaohao bone is reacting like crazy now. It's screaming to eat the stone in that corpse's palm. Scared me for a second. I thought it was asking me to gnaw on bones. No offense, no offense. Could this really be a ninely stone? Phew, guess my luck finally got topped up. What's flowing in isn't just in energy. This is... I didn't expect to find myself here again. Just like before, the Xiaohao bone is absorbing the spiritual energy stored inside the Jiuli stone. The second altar is gradually rebuilding itself. The base is complete. Seems like before long, the Xiaohao bone will grow its second tooth. The spiritual energy from the ninely stone, it's not just fixing the Xiaohao bone, it's flowing into me too. There's something entering my mind. Is this a martial art technique to circulate blood and qi? Just fragmented pieces, but the familiarity, this must be ninely arts, battle fury. Meanwhile, it's the life gate, defeating the puppet soldiers revealed it. Lucky for us, these puppets are ancient and decayed, their mechanisms are barely functioning, otherwise, we'd all be dead meat. How many of us are left? Young master. Just us now. Beep it. So many casualties, even one of our Earth-locked Tier 5 retainers was lost. How am I supposed to explain this? The echo from that knock sounded different. A hidden door? What's up with Senior Qing? He's just sitting there, completely still. Been like that for half an hour now. De Huang might be deep in enlightenment, don't disturb him. The history recorded on this stele is wild. I'd better transcribe it properly and later. Why are there footsteps in the cave? Sounds slow and heavy. Senior Qing said that the zongzi is not the kind of rice dumpling you eat, but a zombie. Though slow in movement, it has a green face, sharp fangs, and a terrifyingly ferocious appearance. But that's just fantasy. There's no such thing as that in real life. I'm a scholar. We seek truth through investigation, not superstition. Senior Zhao. Zombies, a whole group of hopping corpses, I knew there had to be zongzi in this tomb. If I'd known it'd come to this, I wouldn't have tossed out the black donkey hooves. Wait, something's off. There are people. Wait, Tai, why is he here? So there is more going on here. The ninely stone must really be in this place. This time, I will. Someone beat me to it. Ji Qing? And in his hand, that's the ninely stone. Wait, and the Crown Prince? Hey, back off, all of you, the Crown Prince of Great Zhou is here. Who dares act rashly? Phew, if they're human, I can handle it. The ninely stone is right there, I have to get it. We received word from the Academy that the Crown Prince had left the capital. Now that we've run into him, I can't just ignore it. Of course I wouldn't be disrespectful, but ensuring the prince's safety leaves no room for error. Escort His Highness away and keep him strictly guarded. Ji Qing has lured him out of Zhou territory. This is treason, arrest him. Hey, stop right there. Your Highness, I'm only doing this for your safety. Even if you report me to the headmaster later, she won't say I was wrong. This Wei Tai is clearly using this excuse to go after Senior Qing. Looks like we'll have to fight. The other side may be wounded, but they've got the numbers. One of them is Earth-locked Tier 5. But we can't let them get near De Huang. Humph? De Huang. Senior Qing's awake. No way, he got something out of the ninely stone. Just what did he comprehend?